The Secret of the Army Hospital. This happened back when I was a college student. Our college had organised a camping trip in a dense forest. The weather was chilly, so we planned a night full of fun, songs, dance and a campfire. All of us were given the task of collecting firewood. I started out with the group, but soon got distracted by the forest's natural beauty. Lost in my thoughts, I wandered off alone, far from the rest. Suddenly, the sky turned dark, clouds rolled in, and it started pouring with thunder rumbling above. I realized it wasn't safe to stand under a tree, so I began running in search of shelter. Not far away, I saw a magnificent building made of red bricks, lit up brightly, with what looked like many people inside. I ran toward it and rushed through the entrance, almost bumping into a beautiful nurse. She looked at me and said sternly, "You're soaking wet, you'll catch a cold. There's a storeroom to your left. Go there and tell whoever's inside that Sister Julia said to give you a dry set of clothes." I stood there speechless, staring at her, unsure what to do. She laughed and added, "Close your mouth or you'll catch mosquitoes. Now go do as I said." Nodding awkwardly, I turned to go in the direction she pointed. I had barely walked 10 steps when I felt a hand on my shoulder. Startled, I turned around to see a young man in an army uniform smiling at me. Confused, I stared at him. "I'm Captain Vinud," he said in a calm but firm voice. "This is an army hospital." His words gave me a strange sense of comfort. I told him what Sister Julia had said. He smiled mysteriously and replied, "So you've already met Sister Julia?" "What do you mean?" I asked. "Nothing," he said. "Come on, I'll get you some dry clothes or you really will catch a cold." He led me into a large room with green curtains hanging on all sides. There was a big bed, a sofa across from it, and a table in the middle with 2 glasses, a large bottle of brandy, and some magazines. In the corner stood a huge wardrobe from which he pulled out a sky blue kurta and pajamas and pointed me towards the bathroom. As I changed, I noticed something strange, blood splatters on the bathroom wall. Alarmed, I turned to leave when I caught my reflection in the mirror. My body was visible, but my head was missing. I panicked and burst out of the bathroom. Captain Vinod chuckled and asked, "What happened?" "Oh wait, you haven't even told me your name yet." He noticed my fear and said, "Where will you go? It's pouring outside, but why are you suddenly in such a hurry to leave? This place, your bathroom has blood on the walls and the mirror. It didn't show my head. I'm sorry, I can't stay here. I'll go back to camp, even if I have to walk in the rain." As I headed for the door, his sharp voice echoed, "Stop. So you saw everything, didn't you?" "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice shaking. "You can't leave, at least not until I tell you something." "What do you want to tell me?" "Something no one's ever known." "I don't want to know. Please, let me go," I nearly cried. "There's no need to be afraid," he said gently. "Soldiers protect people. I'm protecting you too. Sit here beside me. I'll tell you a story. Once I'm done, I'll personally drop you back to camp in a jeep. You've strayed far. Walking won't be safe now." His voice was so calm, so convincing that I found myself sitting next to him. Captain Vinod began, "The enemy tricked us. They targeted our hospital. 2 enemy soldiers disguised in our uniforms brought in one of our wounded soldiers. We'd been searching for him for a long time after he went missing in battle. Turns out, the enemies had captured and hidden him. We were so happy to have him back that we didn't suspect anything. We even allowed those enemy soldiers to stay in our guest room. But just as we began treating the wounded man, a massive explosion shook the entire hospital. In a flash, everything was destroyed." I interrupted, "But this hospital doesn't look destroyed." He ignored my comment and continued, "No one survived that blast. The bloodstains on the bathroom wall, they belong to our hospital staff. But this hospital, it's still standing." A strange smile crept onto his face. His expression turned dark. Nervously, I asked, "How did you survive the blast?" Captain Vinod burst into laughter and said, "This incident happened only 10 years ago. but I died 50 years ago. I don't remember anything after that. The next thing I knew, I was waking up, my face wet, surrounded by my classmates and teachers. "Thank God you're awake," my teacher said. "Wait, was I unconscious?" I asked. "Yes," he replied. "You wandered off deep into the forest. When you didn't return, we all went out looking for you." After a long search, we saw a jeep approaching. An armed officer was driving, and you were passed out in the back seat. He brought you back and even gave us a lift to the camp. We asked him to stay, but he said, "I can't stop now. I have important work." We asked how he found you, and he replied, "Somesh will tell you everything, and whatever he says is the absolute truth." All eyes were on me. I quietly asked, "Was his name Captain Vinod?" My teacher nodded. I begged them to come with me to the direction the jeep came from. Reluctantly, they agreed. The next morning, we reached the spot. What I saw left me speechless. There stood a half-burned ruin. On a broken stone outside, the words were carved,